May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all of our hearts be now and always acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. I always go to get my water in the middle of the day. It's easier that way. You see, the other women of the village go in the early morning before the sun is up, and it becomes so unbearably hot that I got tired of them shunning me, of them whispering behind my back, or scurrying away on the first sight of me. You see, I'm not the most popular woman in the village. Okay, that's an understatement. Most people cannot stand me. I've had 5 husbands. Good men, I might add. All older, though, and they have all died. People blamed me, which is rather silly, but there you go. People, it seems, are always looking for an excuse to blame someone else for something they don't know. I live with a fellow now, a nice man, gentle and kind. We're good friends, good companions. We've never really talked about marriage. It just sort of happened that one day he was living with me, and it seemed good and right. But for most people, that was the last straw, and pretty much no one has said a word to me since. That's why I gather my water in the heat of the day. So it was in the middle of the day that I came and encountered a man sitting at the well, a Jewish man at that. I tried to ignore him and just get my water, but he began to talk to me. Of all people, a man and a Jew besides asked me for a cup of water. I was so taken aback I blurted out, "Why on earth would you, a Jewish man, ask me for a drink?"
If you knew who I was, you would ask me for some living water.
I didn't understand at first, and I noticed he had no bucket, so I pointed that out. "You don't think you're better than Jacob, who gave us this well, do you?"
I offer something else. I offer living water, the water that comes from God, the water that grows inside you and bubbles up and spills over in acts of love and justice, the water that leads you to eternal life.
I'd love some of that water. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I knew I wanted it. "Give me a drink of that, please."
Go get your husband.
I was crushed. I dropped my head. I don't have a husband," I said, feeling instantly ashamed. Obviously, he was just like the others. I waited for some humiliating comment, but instead he spoke again.
I know that. It's okay.
"You must be a prophet," I exclaimed, and I added, "We worship here in this place, but you and your people, they say we must worship God in Jerusalem."
Someday people will come to realize that it doesn't matter where we worship God. Someday we'll realize that God is the Spirit. God is everywhere at all times. So we can worship God anywhere and always. It doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter who we are.
"I know the Messiah will come someday," I said, "and things will become clear."
I am He.
Just then, some other men approached, and they began asking him why on earth he was talking to me, and I was so overwhelmed by everything he had said, I just left my bucket and ran into the village. But I was overwhelmed with what he had said, and I found myself stopping people, shouting at them, "You've got to come and see this man. He's amazing. He offered me living water, and he says he's the Messiah, and he says incredible things about what it is to worship God and to be God's people." And you know what? I don't know if it was my excitement or just a surprise that I would dare to talk to folks, but they all seemed to want to come and hear him. And he talked for a long time, and we were changed. We were all changed. What must that woman have felt? What must that woman have thought? Here was a man, not just any man, a Jewish man, talking to a woman, and not just any woman, a Samaritan woman. Two things right there that go against Jewish law. And yet that's what Jesus was doing. And not only was he talking to her, they were having a theological conversation about God, about the living water that God provides for us. I'm going to leave you to sit with that story. And what I'd like you to think about is, who are you in that story? What does the words living water mean to you? Where do you encounter God? And how do you encounter God? Do you speak to God? And how do you speak to God? Many things to think about. The most important being, God is love. God loves us no matter what. God holds us and nurtures us and cares for us, no matter what. And like Jesus said in that reading, God cares for everyone. Something for all of us to think about. That we are all held in God's love. And for that I say, thanks be to God.